Hey everyone from Yaz. I'm Drew Meekins and I'm going to give some feedback and scores for week 2. I really enjoyed this challenge. I think it's one that is pretty realistic for some of the challenges, so to speak, that we get as choreographers, where the skater has a set pattern that they like to do into jumps, or obviously in ice dancing with the rhythm dance. But there's lots of times where we can't always do whatever we want with the pattern, and our job as choreographers is to find creativity and variation through other things like body movement, arms, timing, within the constraint of the set pattern. So I think this is a great challenge. I'm going to go in order of the videos that were sent, in the order the videos were sent. So first I'm going to start with Sonia. So I really liked this theme. I thought the theme of the music was really good, for a good choice for the way that the patterns were laid out. The sort of rhythmic stepping worked really well for the Spanish theme of the music. I thought the execution was really well done. Obviously, Jordan is a great skater, and you gave him really good direction as far as how to execute things. I think for me, what I was looking for a little more of was use of full body and not just arms. I thought there was a lot of interesting detail and motifs with the arms and the hands, which again, is very typical, or not typical, but like traditional with Spanish music. But I thought if you could have found some moments where you incorporated upper body or using the legs or feet or head a little bit more, it could have given the movement a little more depth. Additionally, I think, and kind of related to that, I was wanting to see a little bit more creativity with the style of movement. I felt like the piece was really well executed and had a strong theme, and sometimes that's really appropriate, right? Because you want to demonstrate a character, and you want to be like authentic to the tradition of that style of music and character. However, in this competition, I think I'm looking for seeing a little more creativity with the movements, with the upper body and the core body movements, as we talked about. So overall, I had you at 12 stars. So now I'll move on to Jacqueline. So I really enjoyed this piece. I liked how there was a good use of full body through the prescribed steps. I really noticed like different leanings of the core, different positions of the spine, as well as arms and use of the legs. I thought that was really well done, and definitely what I am looking to see within this challenge. I did take off just a few points or rather 0.5 for execution of the skater. And like, for me, why I did this is because regardless of the skater's ability, whether they're a national level or a beginning level, part of like our jobs as choreographers is to make the piece look good on the skater. And so to be a successful choreographer, in my opinion, you have to be able to teach your skater, your performer, how to execute things with precision and top quality. And I felt like, I know you guys like have no time to do all these things, right? It's very difficult, but I did feel like I wanted to see some of the execution of the movement be stronger. Even just things as simple as like the back 3 turns, like making sure the skater stays over the hip and stays over the axis. These things are really important to be aware of for choreographers, because if you fail to correct and acknowledge these things within the skater, then the piece will not look the way you want it, right? So I did think that was a good teaching note for you. I also felt like the use of tempo of movement could have had more variation. I did feel that while the movement was interesting and it matched the music, I was curious to see if you could use variation of the tempo of the movement more to give us some contrast. But overall, very good job, and I had you at 12.5 stars. Okay, so now I'm going to go on to Ola. I really liked the music choice, and I thought it was interesting to kind of bring this sort of stronger, almost edgy kind of punk feel to this challenge. I felt like the diversity of the use of tempo, the use of energy qualities, and also full body movements was a little lacking for me, and I wanted to see more of that. It's hard, right? Because and this is similar to I think some feedback I gave someone else, but when you have the desire to show a character, you in some ways by doing that you inherently limit the kinds of qualities, the kinds of styles of posture and movements that you can do. And I think that's one of the challenges, right? One of the really fun but hard challenges that we have as choreographers is like, how do we keep these movements authentic to the style of music and to the character, but also make them innovative, also make them interesting, and also put our personal touch and creativity on them. And I think for me that was your challenge here. I wanted to see you do that a little bit more and bring some more of that innovation that I know you have to the body movement, to the use of energy qualities. But again, a very good job. Everyone in this competition is very, very good. It's at a very high level, and so I had you at 10 stars. Okay, so we'll go on to Karen. I really liked how you used the musicality. I really liked your musicality. I thought that the movements matched the piano really well, and this is, I think, hard to do in a piece like this where there's a lot of layering of how they're using the piano to create the sound, and I felt like you did that really well. I think some things that I was looking for more of. Again, a little more innovation with the movement. I really want to see something I've never seen before, right? And or something done in a variation in a way that I've never seen before. And while I think you had the kind of beginnings of that a lot, I was sort of yearning for a bit more. I also thought that there could have been a little bit more variation in tempo, although I did think your variation of qualities was excellent. I thought the way you used different energy qualities was really well done, and that was very clear to me. So overall, I had you at 12 stars. Okay, so Maddie, I thought musicality was really nice, like some really clear movements matching the different sounds and different layers of the music. I thought that was really good. The music was a bold choice, right? With this ending that's very stark, contrast with this kind of long sort of tone, and then this sound like waves crashing down. I thought that was really cool. Although I think when you make a bold choice like that, for me, what I would like to see is why, right? Like what did it mean to the movement style? What did it mean to the emotional style? How did it change the qualities of the movement? And or not change, I guess, right? This is also valid. But for me, that wasn't as clear as I wanted it to be. So while I was intrigued, I wanted to kind of understand the why a bit more. I definitely got the change with the waves, right, and the way you were using your arms, and that matched to me clearly, but I still left a little bit. I mean, overall, I still was left with a little bit of like wondering about that choice and sort of the intention there. But overall, I had you at 11.5 stars. Okay, and the final video from Cata. I really, really liked this. From the first movement, it was really captivating. And the difference of energy qualities, the use of tempo, the clear emotional quality, all of these things were really, really nice, really well done. I loved the ending and the musical timing of it. The slide for me was super cool. The way you kind of went from this sort of like fetal position into this, rebirth moment with this arch up was really nice. Although I have to tell you, the second time I watched it, I just wanted the timing to be a little bit longer because like the note kind of trails on, and for me that movement could have been really nice if it would have totally finished the phrase and then gone on to the next thing. So just think about your concepts a little bit more. Like clearly it was developed in a lot of ways, but I think, that just that extra bit of thought would have been really nice. But I thought this was really, really well done. Very captivating, very innovative, great use of diversity through all things movement, energy, tempo, really, really nice. So I had you at 14.5 stars.